time than that all day. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new series. If you've seen the last series, we were doing a break 90 series. We're having a break from that because, as you've seen, it's been shocking. We haven't even got close. So we're going to start a new series, wind it back a bit, and we're going to do a break 100. So today is the first episode of break 100. I'm just on my way to the course now. And we're playing it quite a tricky course today, but a very different course. We're playing at the Bramshaw Forest golf course. It's set in the New Forest. It's the oldest golf course in Hampshire and the second oldest in England. I think it was first created in 1865 and it's basically unchanged since then. Some of the hole positionings have changed, but in general it's the same. The reason it's different is because it's not like your traditional golf course. Bramshaw golf course do have a full 18 championship course, but their forest course is a full 18, but because it's set through the New Forest, there's roaming animals. The greens are in great order, but the fairways, a lot of it is kept down by grazing animals, so you've got to treat it as more of an experience as opposed to your normal traditional golf round. So it's going to be interesting, it's going to be tricky, and I'm excited. So we'll get out there, we'll do our best. Like I said, we'll try and break 100. A big shout out to my playing partner today. I'm playing in just a 2-ball again, so a massive shout out to this guy. Oh, bazooka's back, baby.
We gon' hit him with the left, hit him with the right. We gon' hit him with the left, hit him with the right. It's a fight.
And now, if you guys can just hit like and subscribe, massively helps me out, really helps the channel, means the world to me, and it's totally free. So it doesn't cost you anything, so go ahead and do that, and I will see you at the first. See you soon. Okay, so we're on the first. Woo woo, excited, raring to go. 414 yard, par 4. Let's get off to a flyer. That's dead. Fuck, you are kidding. That is not the start you want. So, first hole, first shot, gone. So, 3 off the tee. About as bad a start as you could get. Unless it gets worse and this one goes missing as well. Let's find out. Woo woo!
Just a nice steady end.
Phew! Safe, straight down the middle, what we needed. Bloody hell, still not the best start though.
I'm going to try a 5-wood.
Always risky. So we got 210 yards in, so I'm going to go with my 5-wood. 210 yards is about the average distance with a good swing, so we'll try and knock it down there, see if we can make it on the green, or at least be close. And we've made a nice connection, which we needed after that shocking start. So we're just off the front. Whoop whoop, let's see if we can get up and down. Save this hole, maybe get a double bogey. So we're just off the green, like I said. The greens are actually really quick, and I probably made a mistake here. I decided to go with my 58 degree and fly it up in the air when I would have probably been better off playing a little bump around with my 52. So I've left myself a really long putt. My putting's been better lately, but we've had 0 warm-up and these greens are unpredictable. And for some reason, I've absolutely smashed it. Luckily, it kind of hit a hoof print that's on the green, which again isn't great, but it did slow my ball down a bit. So let's try and tidy this up with a 2-putt. And again, for some reason, I've smashed that past. I didn't feel like I hit it very hard, but it just didn't stop. Don't be a 4-putt. Phew. It's surprising that I'm actually happy with a 3. Really, I'm not happy with a 3 at all. But I'm happy it wasn't a 4. That is about as bad a start as I could get. 3 off the tee and a 3-putt. I might just quit right now.
What's up? Not much. How you been? High five!
Okay, so after a terrible start, we're on to the first par 3 of the day, 193 yard par 3. So certainly not a short one. We need a good connection here. I'm going with my hybrid. And I got the connection I wanted, but I kind of hoped it was going to cut round, but it stayed dead straight. So we've gone into the right edge of the trees over there. So hopefully there's a gap out. Fingers crossed. And thankfully, we found a gap through the branches. We're safe. We've got a line to the green. Just a little chip on. Try and get up and down for par. 58 degree. Let's do this. Straight under the ball. Didn't even make the green. So now we'll have a second bite at the apple. This time play a bit different. 58 degree, 52 degree, sorry, back of the stance. Just try and bump and run it on there. That's what we wanted. Nice and safe, nice and easy. So we've got a little putt here. Not the shortest, not the longest, but this is to try and save the hole a bit. Get a bogey, run away to the next. Boom. Thankfully, it dropped. We'll take a bogey after that tee shot, and we'll definitely take a bogey after making a quad on the first. Let's go on to the next. Boom. And we're on to hole 3, 353 yard par 4. I've decided to go 5 wood here, play it safe, get it in the middle and leave myself a decent yardage into the green. And boom, we've played a bit of a stinger. It's gone a decent distance, it's rolled out quite a bit, so we're in a good position to do exactly what we want to do. The only problem is, can we actually execute? Let's find out. So it's the moment of truth. Can we execute the plan? I don't know if you can tell on this using the cameras, but actually the green is really elevated. It's almost like an upturned bowl. It's probably about 10 or 15 feet above the fairway, so it plays longer than it looks. So a decent shot is needed. Definitely can't come up short. You're going to leave yourself in a nightmare if you do. So let's see if we can actually get something up there. It's nice. It's on there, but will it sit down? We'll find out in a minute. Oh, just rolled through the back, but very happy with that. Let's see if we can get up and down for the first par of the day. I played it quite nicely. The green is actually sloping away from me, so it was difficult to make it stop, and it has rolled past, but we have given ourselves a look at par. Apart from hole 1, which was a 3-putt, our putting lately has been much better. So let's see if we can keep that up and hold this bad boy for par number 1. And the crowd go wild! Come on! Par number 1, let's go!
Nice one, brother.
I said, nice, bruv.
Nice one, brother.
I said, Nice, bruv!
Fucking nice one, brother!
Nice one, bruv! Brother!
Fuck off!
Okay, so very clearly my shot was not like Bryson's hole out, considering I'm still about 60 yards from the green. I actually fatted my tee shot and left myself a horrible pitch. So let's see if we can get this on the green. Nope, fat that one as well. I guess that's probably punishment for forgetting to film my tee shot. So sorry about that, guys, but it's not going well. It's a 209 yard par 3, so it's quite a long one, but this is my third shot and I'm still not on the green, so not ideal. Let's see if we can get this one on. Thank fuck for that. We are on the green. Should have done that first time though. In fact, we probably should have just got on there from the tee. I'm glad I didn't know because I didn't film it. So at least we filmed me getting onto the green. I've left myself a really long putt though, and this is for bogey. If this goes in, it'll be a miracle, but hopefully 2 putt for a 5, walk away with a double bogey. It's probably what I deserve after missing the tee shot. And yeah, we rolled it up. We're still quite short, but hopefully that's close enough that I can just roll this one in without too much fuss. And boom, a 2 putt, a 5. Certainly don't deserve any less than a 5, given I didn't film the tee shot. I obviously chunked it, then I chunked the second shot. It took me 3 shots to get on the green on a par 3. So a 5 I think is more than reasonable. So hole 5 is a 290 yard par 4. I'm going to go with driver. All the danger here is left really. So if you can keep it straight and if it goes a bit right, it's totally fine. Let's see what we can get away. Oh, it's a decent connection, but I have pushed it a bit out to the right. It should be safe, but if it goes too far, there's a big ditch down there. So I'm a little bit worried that I might have caught it too well and it could make it to the ditch, but we'll have to go down there and have a look. Keep our fingers crossed. And we're safe. You can see where all of that heather is. That's the big ditch. So I've stopped short of that, but I've got a massive tree between me and the green. So I've taken my 52 degree to try and go over the tree. And I went into the tree instead. Thankfully, it's kind of ricocheted its way through a bit. So I have got a decent lie, I think. Yep, we're safe. We're on an upslope, which has been a bit of a nemesis of mine lately. So I'm just concentrating on trying to get a nice connection and not duff it. And we've managed it. We're up on the green, we're putting, so we'll take that all day long. We've left ourselves probably about a 12-foot putt for par. Hopefully we can roll this in, but if not, we will take a 2 putt after that poor positioning off the tee. Let's see what we can do. What a shocker, we're short. Not really a surprise. I've been short quite a few times today. The worry is that I might overcompensate and start overhitting them. But at least this should be a nice easy 2 putt. We'll take a bogey. There we go. Nice easy bogey, and we'll take that after being out of position off the tee. On to the next. So we got a 460 yard par 5 it's a huge dog leg to the left, and there's a lot of danger on the left as well. So you just want to get one straight, set yourself up for a shot in towards the green, and I have put this well right. Thankfully, there's acres of space out on the right, so it's totally safe, but I've left myself a long way in. There's certainly no chance of making the green in two here, but I'll take being safe all day. So, like I said, we've left ourselves a long way out. We've still got about 250 yards because we probably pushed ourselves further away from the green than we were to start with. So we've got 250 yards. I'm just going to play a nice easy hybrid and try and leave myself a pitch in, and boom. Nice connection. It was basically exactly where I wanted it. I'm going to be safe and leave myself a little pitch on from there. This is me and Dave having a good old chat about yardages.
You've got a pretty big space to hit, and actually now, if you hit long, it's just going to come straight back down.
Yeah.
So just don't be short.
No, that's the last thing to say.
No, what I'm saying is,
I know, you're 100% right.
I'm just trying not to think about it. Here it's just all about a good connection, otherwise you'll scuff it in that water.
And thankfully, all the talking paid off. We made a good connection and we are on the green. That's birdie, baby. So we've left ourselves a long old birdie putt, but I don't mind it being long. It's still a birdie putt, so we'll take that all day long. If we can get it close and get a par, well, I'm going to be equally as happy with that, but I am going to try and sink it. I've spent a bit of time lining it up. It's downhill, so it doesn't need much. Oh, so close. That is a fist biter. Brutal, but it is an easy tap in for par, which we are always happy with. Come on. So hole 7, 340 yard par 4, and we look at that. Good positioning, Dave, so definitely won't be a shot tracer on this. Maybe if he had opened his legs a bit wider, might have actually been able to get a tracer on it still, but that is not ideal. And I skied it, so it's probably only gone about 150 yards. Perfect. So we've still got around about 200 yards in. There is a line to the green, but it starts to bottleneck down there and there's danger either side. So I'm actually going to lay up here. I'm going to play my 9-iron, about 140 yards to leave myself a pitch on. I've played it about the right yardage, but it did leak a bit right towards some danger. So thankfully, I did take my 9 and not a stronger club because it would have been in the trees. So we've left ourselves a line in. Happy days. What can we do? Going straight at it, mate, but that doesn't mean that's where it's going to go. And we've made a lovely connection, and it has actually gone straight at it, and it checked up a bit, so hopefully we're close, but actually it's a bit further away than I'd hoped. From where I was stood, looked like I probably had a 6-foot putt at most, but no, it's more like 15 plus. And it's slightly downhill again, a bit tricky. I'm a little bit tentative, but I'm going to give it a go. And we've left it short again. I'm happy with the pace though, it was controlled, and we've given ourselves a little tap in for bogey. We're happy that we had another look at par though. Things seem to have steadied a bit, so I'm quite happy with how it's going now. Let's get on to the next and see if we can keep it up. So hole 8 is a 200 yard par 3 and it's actually blind. Got no idea where the green is. It all dips down after the fairway, so we've got no idea where it is or what's down there. But we're pretty confident that's the right line. It's actually 205 yards, I think, to the back of the green. So I've taken a 6-iron, which I know should come up short, depending on how far it drops down. We've got no idea. We're just going to go down there and have a look. Oh, fuck.
Can't even take that practice. Got himself in a bit of a pickle here.
Not ideal at all. Dave's given me one of his old clubs though, so I don't have to worry about chipping it. And I will take that all day long. Thank God we got out of that in one. So we've left ourselves a long putt for par, but again, another par opportunity. And after having ended up in the rocks at the edge of that stream, I will take a par opportunity all day long. And I have to say a massive thank you to Dave, because I was going to drop because I didn't want to ruin my wedges, but Dave had an old 60-degree wedge in his bag that he doesn't use, so he let me use that, and thankfully I was able to get out. So thanks for that, Dave. Let's see if I can repay you by sinking a par and winning the hole. Of course I fucking can't. You're welcome. Tied hole, but I didn't really deserve a par after putting it in the water, or at least in the edge of the stream. We will take another bogey though, please. Thank you very much. Again, bogeys, that's where my game's at on a good day, so we will take that all day long. Let's go. Okay, so we end the front nine with a 335-yard par 4. Danger both sides, so you want to try and keep it straight. And there's a stream between the fairway and the green. So get something in play, leave yourself a nice pitch on. And boom, we've hit a peach straight down the middle. We should have the perfect line in. Happy with that drive. Potentially the best of the day so far.
When your drive goes like that, I'd say that's your best, that's your drop.
So we've left ourselves about a 70-yard pitch on. There is a little stream that runs kind of diagonally across the front of the green. So we need a decent pitch here. I'm going with my 58 degree. It should be about the right number. We've got a lovely connection, but it's gone a bit high. It's coming up short, is it? Ah. We're in the water. Not ideal.
58 degree.
Thankfully, it's only a little stream. We were able to play out of one earlier,
the
so
wrong
maybe
club.
we can here. Let's have a look. And no, it was unplayable. We could find the ball. We got the ball out of the river actually, but it was just submerged enough that it was not possible to try and play it. So we've had to take a drop. So this is going to be our 4th. So we should have had a look at birdie, but now we'll be lucky to get a bogey. We have managed to do a nice little pitch on. I've played it up the right because it slopes right to left, but it's held up a bit, so it's not gone as close as I would have liked. But we are on there and we are putting. So we've left ourselves quite a long putt here. It's quite a tricky one. Again, like I said a moment ago, sloping right to left, and a little bit uphill, then downhill. So it's not the easiest. If we can get it close and get a 2-putt, it's a double bogey, but after having a drop from the water, we'll take a double bogey. But obviously, there's still a chance we might sink it in one. Let's have a bash, see what we can do. Oh, it was close. We gave it a chance at least. We can't really ask more than that. And it should be a relatively straightforward 2-putt. So it will most likely be a double bogey, which, we kind of have to accept after having gone in the water. But we were looking like we were potentially going to give ourselves a chance at birdie. So to end up with a double bogey is a little bit disappointing, but we've got to take that on the chin. It's what we deserved. Move on. Let's get on to the back nine. Okay, so we start the back nine, hole 10, a 483 yard par 5. So as long as you don't duff it, you're pretty safe here. All of that danger is right in front of you. So if you clear that, it's a very open fairway. You just want to smash one down there, get a good connection. And boom, we've managed to do that. It's kind of hooked a little bit to the left, but it's totally safe. Probably slightly longer line in, but it's a par 5, so we're going to be laying up anyway. So this is a shot that stuck with me after the round. Obviously I'm laying up, but it's still a long way to go. So I've taken my 6 iron. I'm playing it towards those trees kind of just in front of me, and the fairway's just to the right of them. So my shots tend to cut a bit. So I'm playing towards the far right tree with the aim of it cutting into the fairway. And I've played the shot shape exactly how I wanted to. I had a perfect connection, but I started it just a little bit left of where I was aiming, so it's actually landed in those trees. I saw it bounce, but I was really frustrated because I executed exactly what I wanted to, just started it too far left. Let's hope we can find it. So it did bounce, but straight into a bramble, so I've had to take a drop and then just pitch it out. Not ideal. It just made it even more frustrating because I felt I had executed exactly what I wanted to do, but it still ended up costing me a shot on that drop. What a nightmare. And then my chip out, probably poorly planned because I was stressed, but I've hit it onto the edge of this path, which isn't a great lie. Ball beneath my feet, but we managed to get a decent connection, and we are at least on the green and putting. Frustrating. So we've left ourselves a long putt. This is for bogey, but kind of like with all of our long putts, we want to get it close, but we don't want to give ourselves a 3 putt. So we're happy if we want to get it in, but if it doesn't go in, as long as we've got an easy 2 putt, we'll take that all day long. And this one, I was really happy with the weight. It started to drift a little bit out to the right, so didn't go in obviously, but it is a pretty straightforward 2 putt. So we will take that. It's frustrating that is a double bogey, but it is what it is. Again, we take it on the chin, we keep moving.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hole 11 is a 416 yard par 4. It's relatively straightforward off the tee because all of the danger is around the green. So we're going to take a driver, try and get one in the fairway and give ourselves the best opportunity of attacking this green. And boom, we've made a decent connection. It came a little high in the face, so it hasn't gone as far as I'd like, but it's decent, it's in the fairway, and we've got a chance to get this on the green now. Come on. So we've left ourselves around about 200 yard mark, but this is a blind shot. You can't see it, but this is what we're aiming at. It all drops down. There's a little stream in front of the green and lots of danger left and right. So we need a good connection here. It's all about making a decent connection, getting it over that stream and giving ourselves a chance. So let's see what we can do. I'm going hybrid. Let's give it a whack. And we got a really good connection there. Probably about bang on for distance. Looked like it leaked a little bit right. I can't see it down at this point, but I'm happy with the strike.
Safe, innit?
And that's where we ended up. So a little bit right, a little bit high on the bank, but we've got a shot in. So now we just need to do a little bump and run really. Everything here is sloping down the green towards the stream that we've gone over. So it's got to be quite delicate, just a little bump here and it should be fine.
Oh, no.
Or just thin the absolute fuck out of it. What an idiot. That was not ideal, but at least now my next chip I'm going to be coming uphill a little bit, so it shouldn't be as treacherous. Let's see. So we're still off the green, the other side, so now we just need a nice little dink. Everything's still sloping left to right here, but it's definitely easier than the last one. Or at least it should be if I wasn't a fucking idiot. Hold it. Okay, third time's a charm. This time we're just going to keep it very simple. Back and forwards through the ball, make a decent connection, get it on the green. Need to aim left of the flag here because it is going to roll round. But there we go, kept it simple, it is on the green. But that has been a bloody nightmare. Nice little tap in though for another double. Again, probably should have been giving ourselves a look at par here. Okay, so hole 12, 134 yard par 3. Sounds pretty straightforward, but it is just danger between tee and green all the way. Not excited about this one, but I'm going to take my 9-iron, get a decent connection, get it over there. Come on. Oh, not ideal. That was a bit chunky and it might be a bit short. Yeah. We hit the bank at the front and it's jumped backwards towards the bramble. So I think we might need to play a provisional here. We're still going to look for it, but I definitely think we need to play another. Oh, damn it. Let's try and get this one on the green at least. Ah, fuck. It's even worse. That one is definitely dead. Straight chunk into the bramble. Hallelujah! We found our first one. Thank God for that. It's hit that bank at the top and bounced into what looks like one of the only openings down here. So I need to thank the golf gods for that because I wanted to cry. So we can take this one. This is our second shot. Happy days. So let's see if we can get it up there on the green. It's okay. It wasn't amazing. It was a little bit short on distance, but it has trickled onto the edge of the green. So we're on there. We've just got a slightly longer putt than we would like ideally. But we'll take this all day long. You know, if you think I, for a second, was 3 off the tee and that one was potentially dead. The fact that we now got a long putt, albeit 4 par, take that all day long. However, we've left it well short. That is not what we wanted to do. What an idiot. So now we've got a very tricky one to try and save bogey on this hole. Let's just try and roll this bad boy in. Our putting hasn't been terrible. I think we've had 1 3-putt today. So I can feel quite confident about that. Oh, wait a second. Did I say 1 3-putt? Let's add another to that list. Fuck. What an idiot. Got a bit of a break there from the golf gods and we did not capitalise. We need to stop these doubles. We need to stop them quick. Hole 13. So we've got a 335 yard par 4. This actually dog legs round to the left. I've been hooking my drives a bit, so I'm kind of aiming a little bit more out to the right, hoping that I can bring it round. Let's see what we can produce. Not a hook or a draw. It's gone dead straight, exactly the wrong way. Thankfully, we did clear those trees, but we've got no idea what's behind there. To the right, it looks quite open, but I don't know if it's still open behind there. We'll have to go look. And thankfully, we've got it. This took a lot of looking. It was actually Dave that found it. Just as I was about to play a dropped ball, he spotted it in the distance. So I can't go for our green. I've got to go down the fairway of what I think might be the 14th. And I played it really well. Should have a good line in from there. We'll just have to see what we can do. What we needed to do Yeah, that's right. We're not going to see what I can do because I didn't film the bloody pitch. Sorry, guys. But I did land it on the green and left myself a very long putt for par. Can we get it close? Can we get it in? Let's find out. Of course we fucking can't. We can't get it in and we can't even get it close. What a fucking idiot. Oh well, it happens, doesn't it? Take it on the chin, keep moving. Tricky one for bogey now though. Come on! That was clutch. Needed that. That kind of saved this hole. It stopped the doubles. I think we had 3 doubles in a row. Now we're on to bogeys. Let's try and keep the bogeys going for a bit. Come on. On to the next. Right then, hole 14. We're getting close to the end now. So this is a 380 yard par 4. Doglegs round to the left. So again, looking at this, there's a lot of danger on the left. So I'm going to try and keep it up to the right. It's quite a long way to the turn anyway. So a decent drive here, keep us in play, gives a chance at going for the green. Let's go. It's a really good connection, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a cluster of little brambles and bushes up there. We're heading straight towards those. It's bounced before them, but it looks like it may have jumped in. So Dave and I are going to have a bit of a hunt. Fingers crossed we find that bad boy. That was a really good... we had to take a drop. And again, we have found it. And again, it was Dave that found it. He's probably saved me about 5 shots this round, finding my lost balls. Unfortunately, obviously, it was unplayable from the bramble or the heather or whatever you want to call it. So we've had to take a drop. So this is my third, but we've got a line to the green. It's still about 200 yards because I've gone out so far to the right of the fairway. But let's see if we can get a decent connection. No, chunk. It's safe, but it's probably only gone about 100 yards. Not ideal. That's annoying. So we've left ourselves about 80 yards in there, and this is our 4th shot. So it's not looking good for trying to keep these bogeys going, but we'll try and get a decent pitch on there, see if we can get up and down. And it is a really nice pitch. Played it well. We're on the green. At least we've got a look at a bogey. It's not as close as we'd like, but opportunities is all we can ask for. Give ourselves opportunities, see if we can convert them. Come on. So, you know, it's not the longest putt in the world, but it's certainly not an easy tap in. Let's see if we can roll it in and keep this bogey train rolling. Come on. Happy with that putt. Probably a little bit fast on the weight. Thankfully, the line was good, so it dropped straight in. There we go. That's another bogey. We kind of stopped the double bogeys. We're into bogey territory now. That's 2 in a row. Let's see if we can keep it going. And we're on to hole 15. A 300 yard par 4. Again, it's doglegging round to the left. Loads of space out to the right though, so totally safe to just pipe this one down the middle. Decent connection and leave ourselves a wedge in. Let's go for it, see if we can get a connection. Boom. Happy with that. It's coming back round a bit as well, so it should be pretty much prime position in the fairway with a pitch on. That is exactly what we needed here. Come on.
Where you are, if you've got a pitching wedge in, you're happy with that, yeah. It went straight.
So we've left ourselves a pitch on. It's about 80 to 85 yards, so I'm going to go with my 52 degree. There's a lot of danger off the back of this green, but I feel quite confident with my pitching at the moment. Should be able to get it on there. And it is all over it. I 100% felt certain that this was going to lead to a birdie opportunity after that strike. Landed dead centre of the green. bounce twice, and then just seemed to kick straight off the back into the worst lie imaginable. Take a look at this crap. So you guys obviously can't see it, but somewhere in the bottom of that mound is my little white ball tucked up. So getting stuff into the back of it is basically impossible. I've taken my 58 degree and I'm going to try and chop down kind of across it a little bit, and hopefully I can get something on it and just flick it out. But it's 50-50 at best. Let's see. Somehow, not only did I manage to get it out, but it's actually on the green. I thought for certain it was going to take at least 2 or 3 shots to get on the green. So very happy with that. And it means we are putting for par. Now it's a long putt for par, but if we can sink it, that would be amazing. If not, if we can get it close and get a bogey, you know, that carries on the train lately. 2 bogeys, maybe we'll make it 3. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I thought that was in all the way, and it just kind of drifted a little bit left as it got there. That was unfortunate, but we have left it in relatively close range for a tap-in bogey, which again, we'll take. That's if we sink it, of course. Oh, which we did, although for a second I didn't think it was going to drop. So that's another bogey. That's 3 in a row. Happy with that. Let's see if we can sink a par at some point on the next 3. Come on. And we're on to hole 16. We're getting close now. So this is a 323 yard par 4, sorry. It's pretty straightforward, straight down the middle, relatively straight the whole way. So just a good drive needed. And we've hit a peach straight down the middle, exactly where we need it to be. We should have a perfect distance for a pitch on. Come on, that's what we need. Let's keep this going. So we've left ourselves an 80-yard pitch on, so I'm going to use my 52 degree and just try and play a nice smooth one, get on the green, give ourselves a look at birdie and see if we can nail it. It was a really nice connection, the right distance, but I pulled it a little bit left. Although actually, as Dave explains to me, I was actually aiming a bit left. I kind of got away with it though, because it cut a bit, so it has found the very edge of the green, but not quite what I was aiming for.
It's just taking that extra second almost, just to make sure the alignment is.
So here we are, long putt for birdie. Be nice to sink a birdie, be nice to sink a par, break the bogey train now, and we genuinely actually have a chance of getting a par here. So let's see what we can do. It's on a good line. Yeah, it started coming right to left and then it seems to slope a little bit left to right at the end. So we haven't quite made it, but I think we've left ourselves a pretty straightforward putt for par, which is, you know, good. All things considered, we'll take par all day long. And so far, this back nine is going all right. We started with 3 double bogeys. We've now had 3 bogeys. So maybe if we get a par here, we're going to finish with 3 pars. That'd be pretty nice and unexpected. Be interesting to see what that does to the score. But maybe we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Let's see if we can actually drop this first. Whoa-hey! Finally, there's a par. Cool. Let's see if we can get another 2 of those bad boys. Let's go. Hole 17, last par 3 of the day, 155 yards. There's so much danger between tee and green. It's all ditches and streams, so you need a good connection here. I'm going to take an 8 iron, just try and get something over there. and we've managed to get a decent connection. We've cleared all of the danger, but we've gone a fair chunk left of the green, so we're going to have a tricky little pitch on because everything is sloping away from us. I don't think the camera quite does this justice. The pin's kind of more towards me, so I don't have a lot of green to work with, and everything is sloping down towards the back here, so it's a tricky one. We've got a good connection. We've landed it just on the edge of the green, and it's trickled just past the flag, so that's about as good as we could hope for there. So I'm actually really happy with it. And we've got another opportunity at par. Again, it's not the most straightforward putt. It's uphill, which helps a little bit with pace control, and I don't have to worry about it flying past. But it didn't matter because it was straight in the heart. Come on, that's 2 pars on the bounce. Let's try and finish strong. Can we get a par or maybe a birdie? So hole 18, a short 280 yard par 4. Come on, can we get another par or maybe a birdie? What would a birdie mean for our scorecard?
That's your best of the day. Mate, you're not hitting a better drive than that all day.
And we absolutely nailed it. We genuinely have a chance here. Come on. Right, so we're just off the green. If we birdie this, we break 90. So we've left ourselves a tap in for birdie. Come on. Always good to finish with a birdie. What a beaut. Best final hole ever. 89 in the bag. Come on. Could not be happier. Let's go.
Heads up. Heads up. Here's another one. And another one. Why you all in my ear talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear? Get back, motherfucker, you don't.
Okay, well, we finished. And would you believe it? We're not doing a break 90, and boom, shot an 89. Now, it's a bit tough to know how I feel about that. I'm obviously delighted. And I will take it as a successful break 90, but realistically that course is a challenging course. It's got lots of things that are difficult, but it's actually only a par 69, and I feel like that's just, if it was a par 70 then maybe I'd accept it, but 69 just seems a bit too low. So I think it's probably more like shooting a 90 or a 91. So for that reason, although I have broken 90, I don't think I can fully classify it as a successful break 90 series. You guys can debate that. Maybe it should be a successful break 90, but can you really consider it true breaking 90 if it's a par 69? That's the question. Either way, it's my best round for a long time, so I am happy with the round. My putting was really solid again. I hit some really good drives. I duffed a few pitches. Actually, my weakest point today, and in general at the moment, I think my weakest point's been my irons, especially on par 3. So that's something to work on. But onwards and upwards, it was a better round. We're buzzing about that. So let's go. I'll see you at the next one. Peace.